Okay. So knowing that, um, today I wanted to tell you just a very short story. Um, I was prompted in a writing, little mini writing seminar to write an influential moment in my life where I went, aha, or something really changed for me. And I'll tell you, this just came up, and there's a long story that goes before it, which I won't get into, but it had to do with a month-long trip that I took to Mexico when I graduated from 9 years of college. And this section of the story is where I get on a bus and I'm headed down to someplace called Zihuatanejo, where we now go frequently. And the bus driver's playing mariachi music, and I like mariachi music. I like the old songs. I learned some of them. And then two or three young men get on the bus, and two of them have their own boom boxes with their own brand of mariachi music. This was before headphones, friends, and I am dating myself. So they get on with their boom boxes, and they kind of have this a little bit of a swagger to be kind, right? So they sit down, and now I have three sources of mariachi music going, and I'll say traditional Spanish music, but it had that mariachi kind of like this. So I I I just turned to one. I said, "Would you mind, since we have the one in the bus, just turning yours off?" And the young man gave me a not so nice glare and just, doubled down. I think he even turned it up a little bit. You know, he's probably a teenager. Who am I? I'm a, yeah. Anyway, I sat there, and after a while, I just was going crazy. And plus, this is going to be a 17-hour bus drive. So I go up to the driver. I'm like, Señor, por favor, mucho música, aquí. And I point to his, and then and use my best Spanish to say, is it possible to have them turn their music off so we can listen to one? And he goes, sí, señora, or maybe call me señorita, hopefully. Anyway, he made this announcement, turn your music off. But he waits till I get back to my seat and kind of sit down and hunker down. And and so the young men turn their boom boxes off. And so I have my eyes closed, and I'm just kind of going with the rhythm of the bus over these bumpy roads. And all of a sudden I see this dark form. It's a menacing form kind of up to my right, and it's kind of pulsing at me. I'm not quite sure if it had a face, but I was like, wow. I mean, it was scary. And I was just I was a 27-year-old who never had any kind of experience like that. So I had been in this meditation group then since I was, I don't know, 20. And now I'd been in it for 7 years, and we'd learned this mantra. It's the first one I ever learned. And I just sat there and I didn't know what to do. And it felt creepy enough that I was alarmed. It really did. And it felt like it was coming from one of the two men, like, I don't like you, that kind of thing. So I pulled out the mantra, and I said it over and over again. And I thought we would engage with it today because it's so beautiful. And it's just coming to me now, like I'm swimming in the ocean, or, I'm somewhere. It just comes to me. And I think it's just so perfect. Even yesterday playing tennis, it came to me as a aha to share with all of you today. So I started saying the mantra over and over and over again. And I could feel the energy of it building, 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 and all of a sudden that dark form collapsed and disappeared. And the energy on the bus just felt normal. Like whatever was going on with those, I didn't feel any negative energy from them again. It just was a what is. And after a while, they got off and we continued on in our journey. So I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to say it to you because I have it memorized. And I have this beautiful slide for you. And I'm so sorry you can't see it. I'm a little pouty about it. But I'll maybe try to send it out to you. It was called the Christ mantra, but I call it Christos mantra because Christos is more ubiquitous to all religions, be it Krishna or the Christians or the Greek Orthodox or whoever, he lived as Jeshua and he got Christed. And so this is the Christos mantra. And I'm going to say it once all the way through so you can feel into it. And then we'll say it line by line several times. And then we'll just bring in some things in our life that maybe feel like they need a little love, or maybe we'll bring in what's going on, in our world or in our country. And we'll say it, okay? I am a source of endless love, centered in the light of love divine. I seek this source in you, that with humanity we may together build a point of love divine and send it forth, that all who recognize its light may build anew. So there's some really beautiful parts to this that I'm going to point out. Number one, I capitalize source, because source is endless love. And identifying ourselves as a source of endless love could be I am, small a, small m, or it could be I am a source of endless love, centered in the light of love divine. Just feel into that for a moment. Feel into that. Centered in the light of love divine. Centered right there. And then I look at you and I go, well, I seek this source in you. That with humanity, we may together build a point of love divine, that single point of love divine, and send it forth. That all who recognize its light may build anew. So, in other words, invoking this source as endless love to actually assist people who somehow in that moment click through and receive that transmission, even if it's just a particle, just a particle. They feel it and something shifts for them. Maybe it's a thought, an attitude, an emotion, some self-doubt, something shifts, or maybe it inspires them to help somebody, just to be kind for a moment, just help somebody. So that's what we want. That's one loving kindness evoking a share to another. Okay, so we're going to be with this now, and I'm going to repeat.
Can you say it one more time?
Yeah, you're gonna do. Okay, I'll say it slowly. I am a source of endless love, centered in the light of love divine. I seek this source in you, that with humanity we may together build a point of love divine, and send it forth, that all who recognize its light may build anew. And so I invite you now to close your eyes, and I'm going to speak it several times slowly. And you just repeat after me. And I will be sending this out to you, perhaps even in a form in a form that you can put it on your phone, format like that, desktop, something like that. Okay? Okay, here we go. I am a source of endless love. Centered in the light of love divine. I seek this source in you that with humanity we may together build a point of love divine and send it forth. That all who recognize its light may build anew. I am a source of endless love. Centered in the light of love divine. I seek this source in you, that with humanity we may together build a point of love divine and send it forth, that all who recognize its light may build anew. And just taking a moment now, I'll repeat it a few more times, just to graciously accept this intention for yourself, for your others, and for humanity, and also for our field, the IC field, the love, love, love field, the emerging 5D field. I am a source of endless love, centered in the light of love divine. I seek this source in you, that with humanity we may together build a point of love divine and send it forth, that all who recognize its light may build anew. Allow the frequency of the Christos to begin to emerge into and through your field as a power pact. A power pact to energize this via seventh dimensional intonations. The Christos Mantra prayer hands at the heart, bowing the head, nodding. The nodding says yes, 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 I am a source of endless love. Yes, I am centered in this moment in the light of love divine. And yes, I seek this source in you. That with humanity, we may together build a point of love divine and send it forth, that all who recognize its light may build anew. And we're sending that light out now, and let that light kind of wave through the quantum, even as it emits from the very center. Let it wave and let it find its subject that is in need. I even see, someone stressing about money, someone who's not getting along with a family member or spouse, someone who's struggling to understand their purpose here. Let us now send out that love from that point of love divine that we collectively now create as a beautiful field of 8. And in this way, you and I become what we are now calling a blessing channel, allowing these special crystallis frequencies to move into our vessel, upgrade our vessel, anchor through our vessel into the earth. And then with ease and grace, be vessels that move about this earth plane, in it but not of it, as blessing channels, blessing vessels. Acknowledge yourself as a source of endless love. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And allow the pulsing of your heart to pulse that endless love forth. With each pulse, that love moves out, moves out, moves out. Cross the grid that is slowly weakening, that controlling grid slowly weakening to allow humanity their ahas. They're like, oh, their grace. See now that you are a point of love divine. And in this moment, we are a point of love emanating as the all to the all. As the one to all beings in this dream. Now, collectively, we're being offered a deepening. Shift your attention even more deeply into your heart and chest area. Affirm that you are open to a reconfiguration of your heart chakra, heart space, love awareness, so that you may indeed hold more love, love, love within you, for you, within you, for you, as the divine in service to the all. And specific people may drop into your field now and offer them an emanation from your point of love divine. Your unique point of gorgeous, beautiful love divine. Try to feel the yumminess. It helps. Yumminess softens the edges of self-doubt. Allows the feminine to enhance your precious gift. now, as the IC, we install a very permanent point of love divine into our field, into our 5D crystal field. Installed. To enhance your personal experience. And allow that love to become cellular. Let it in to your unique and beautiful cellular structure. Let it in to enhance your journey through density, your density manifestation in this dream. Let it in so that your cells may zing with this emanation. To enhance life, length of life, to rejuvenate, and to coordinate all cells working together as a harmonious, loving, and loved unit and unified vessel. Good. We just did it. And with this, my beautiful friends, we have sanctified this dream. Another turn of the dial. Let this sanctification reach into what we call the day ahead of you. the dream that will unfold before you. Intend for this upgrade to sneak into your day, to flow, and to guide you, to afford you an aha that changes your life. And so it is. And so it shall be. Beautiful. So my final share with you was the end of the story, which was what was my aha? Why was this an aha moment? So for a young person who really didn't know anything about dark things, I really didn't. I mean, you kind of read about them, but well, I had one show up. Oh, my aha is I can see them when they show up. Okay, that's interesting. Then the big aha is that I was able to bring this light into the metaphorical dark room because the darkness is no match for the light ever. One tiny candle will illuminate a room. One strike of the match can oftentimes show us the path, right? This is a good one. And I will create something pretty for you and I will send it to you in 2 different formats because I know about those iPhones. Okay. So I want to thank you for really, again, joining with me and turning the dial. I'm seeing something from Sarah. Are we able to do a prayer, something for a friend that passed away on this weekend, whose spirit appears to be in transition? Prayer for all those in AA, those struggling with relapse, and those that need love. I hope, Sarah, that as we were doing this, that you were able to direct. I got a strong message. We had to direct. And so I hope that you were able to do that. And know, the soul is the soul, and the soul can struggle here, and the soul can struggle over there. But especially as energy is extended there's less in the way. And that soul will, in fact, be greatly blessed, Sarah, by your repetition of this mantra in her direction. That's a very good point. And please, please, please just feel free to drive around saying this. You'll memorize it. You'll memorize it fairly quickly. I'm probably going to make a little video of it that has a soundtrack that you can play. I'm just getting a strong hit to do that. So I thank the 2 women who made me write this story. And I thank the guiding forces that have just kind of filtered into my life in the last couple of days, especially yesterday on, of all things, the tennis court. You should do that on Monday's meditation. I'm like, oh no, that's a good idea. So gratitude all around, gratitude for you. Absolutely gratitude for you and the way that you show up. And I know some of you are working and somehow you make this work. And so blessings to you. Love, love, love. And we will meet again.